If you're on this video, then I'm assuming you like fragrances or you're interested in them in some way. Every single one of these you need to know about. Hey friends, Ash here, welcome back to Gents. I've done videos in the past where I've gone over the basics, like the really old school masterpiece fragrances that people need to know. Most of these ones though are newer ones. That way you know what everybody's wearing right now, what's really popular right now. Starting off with Explorer by Mont Blanc. One of the reasons this is really popular is because it smells similar to Creed's Invictus. The other reason this is really popular is it's cheap. You put those two things together and that equals something that people like. If you don't believe me, go look at our moth, clubbed in a wee until the end of time. By the way, that one looks like this. You know that, right? Everybody knows that. Now, of course, when I say it's cheap, I'm talking about at discounters. If you go into Macy's or something like that and you go up to the counter and you ask for this and then you look at the price, you're gonna be like, ah, that moron, that idiot in the Alan Wake baseball tee. He told me this was cheap and this price. Yeah. Online, you gotta buy it online. That's the whole deal. But assuming that you can follow that one rule, this one is very affordable. Now, like I said, it smells similar to Creed's Invictus, which is a fragrance that you can use pretty much whenever you want, which means this is also that type of fragrance. Ultra versatile, big compliment puller. Off the top has a really nice bergamot note in there, citrus. So it opens up fresh, lightly zingy, a little bit sweet. Then as it dries down, takes on more of a woody aspect. Also has a nice fresh spiciness in there. You know, it gives it a little zing, a little extra pop. And so if you don't know Explorer for some reason, if you've never smelled it, you need to go get your nose on it because as far as designer fragrances go, this is the most talked about, the most well-known Invictus alternative. But if you go down that rabbit hole, the Invictus alternative inspired by clone rabbit hole, there are never-ending fragrances. There's a lot. So for now, we're keeping it simple. Explorer. I'm also gonna be doing a giveaway today of a Tom Ford fragrance. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Tom Ford fragrances are the opposite of cheap, even at discounters. Sure, they get a discount, but is it a big one? Not usually. All right, the next scent on the docket is none other than YSL's MYSLF. This is the original Eau de Parfum, and I'm looking down at all the fragrances and almost all of them are in black bottles. Apparently, if your fragrance is cool, it goes in a black bottle. Check this out, guys. I got 2 new fragrances I creatively directed that are coming out a little bit later this year. Neither one is in a black bottle. I'm doomed. Okay, so YSL MYSLF. This right here is realistically one of the most popular fragrances in the world for men, if not jockeying for first place. It legitimately sells that much. Like this is a Sauvage level scent at this point, which is why you gotta know about it. It's almost impossible to miss though, to be fair, because again, like everybody's got it. And this one is so successful that it's kind of changed how a bunch of other fragrance lines are approaching fragrances. There are multiple fragrance houses that have come out with scents that are, you know, a little bit similar to this one. So you can tell that they're like the Matthew McConaughey meme, you know, where you can tell that they're doing that, looking at the sales numbers of MYSLF just going through the roof, and they're like, make me one. I don't care how many people we gotta kill, make me one. Wait a second, we don't kill people when we make fragrances, do we? Really simplistic note breakdown. This one basically orange blossom, whole bunch of it, citrus, and then amber fix as it dries down, which amber woods, you know, just kind of simplify it a little bit. Super clean, very fresh, a little bit clean laundry-esque. You can wear it whenever you want. This is the type of fragrance that will never offend anybody ever. And it's also a massive, massive compliment puller as well. Actually about one of the best ones you can find nowadays. And interestingly enough, it's not like your hardcore traditional masculine fragrance. Really, women could pull this off as well. Unisex, maybe leaning a little bit masculine, but top-notch stuff. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like when CK1 came out. Not that this smells like CK1, but when CK1 came out, you know, it just took over the world. Everybody was wearing it, and it kind of changed up how men's fragrances were perceived, and that's what this one is doing. At the same time nowadays. That doesn't make any sense. At the same time nowadays. You gotta know Acqua di Gio. This is the Parfum. I would also check out Profondo Eau de Parfum. As of when I'm filming this video, they just announced another flanker for the Acqua di Gio line, which is Eau de Parfum Intense. Not exactly the most exciting name, but take what we can get, I guess. Now, Acqua di Gio is not necessarily in its heyday anymore. When the Eau de Toilette came out, it was the top-selling men's fragrance in the world, everywhere. And it doesn't quite sell at those numbers anymore, but it still is a top selling fragrance regardless. And I just feel like personally, if you're getting into fragrances, you need to know how Acqua di Gio smells. Like it's a prerequisite. And even if in your brain, when you hear Acqua di Gio, it doesn't immediately register, oh, Acqua di Gio, I know how that smells, you'll recognize it. It's one of those deals where when you smell it, you'll be like, oh, that's what that is. Yes, I've smelled that before. Many times. And just when we're talking the current lineup, I think for most people, the Parfum and like I said, the Profondo Eau de Parfum are gonna be the best bets, the best places to start. This one has a fantastic freshness, but where it is the Parfum, it's got a little more deepness to it, a little more richness, and so you can wear it in more situations. Like you can wear this summertime really easily, but I would also wear this during the evening, during fall, maybe even winter. It has that aquatic freshness, a bit of citrus in there, but then has a touch of incense as well. Just really well done. What next? Let's talk vanilla, Invictus, Victory, Elixir. Now, I have not loaded this list down with Elixir fragrances or flankers, but I pretty easily could have. At this point, every single fragrance line in the universe seems to have an Elixir fragrance, and the ones that don't are coming out with them because they will not be denied. They're not gonna sit around and let all these other elixirs run wild without getting their piece of the pie. Like Scandal, Jean Paul Gaultier coming out with Scandal Elixir this year. Nice, gotta get those elixirs in there. And some elixirs are better than others. This one, I feel like, top notch. If you like vanilla, which thankfully I do, so it works out. Along with that vanilla, tonka, incense, cardamom, lavender. Actually smells a little bit like mixing together a number of different fragrances, but again, it rules, so I don't care. I guess that's how it works. If it smells like a bunch of fragrances blended together, but you don't like it, you go, ah, derivative, trash, it's crap. If they do that and you love it, you go, oh, that's a benefit. It's like the best parts of all those different things put together. It's genius. These guys are onto something. Don't like it though? Ah, idiots. Morons. So what fragrances you might ask? Well, Le Beau Le Parfum, Invictus Victory, 1 Million Elixir, Bad Boy Extreme, a bunch of different things. Like I said, really sparkly off the top, touch of smoke in there, fantastic spices, and that vanilla, that warmth, that sweetness all the way through. Love it. Also lasts a long time. And nowadays, this type of scent is getting more and more popular. Vanilla forward fragrances are everywhere. Or I should say vanilla, tonka, gourmand type fragrances, gourmand adjacent. Those are everywhere. So this one right here will kind of get you right into that mindset because again, it's pulling from a bunch of different fragrances all put together into one. And it just kind of gets across what is an extremely popular scent profile nowadays. I feel like you also need to know about this, Dior Homme Sport. Now this is Dior Homme After Iris. Yeah, that's AI After Iris because most Dior Homme fragrances have slowly, subtly, and sometimes quickly gotten rid of the iris notes that they once had. But to be fair, this is still extremely well done. Fresh and bright with a nice spicy kick and that woody undertone as soon as you spray this stuff on. And I've said this before, but even though it says sport on the front of the bottle, don't go into this thinking, oh, it's a gym fragrance. It's a fresh out of the shower fragrance because it's really not. Basically, it takes that Dior Homme 2020 scent profile, fresh, spicy, woodsy, modern, and makes it cleaner, easier to wear. But as I mentioned before, maintains that classiness. And so it smells just as at home in a boardroom, potentially, as it does just casually going to the grocery store. Or I guess technically in the gym, but in all reality, I wouldn't even wear Dior Homme Sport as a sport fragrance. It's more a versatile, modern, woodsy men's scent done perfectly. Guys, can you tell I got a head cold? Somebody out there, they gave me the funk. I don't know who it was. I don't know what their angle is, but I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. Don't give me no head colds.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
All right, broskies, the next fragrance is the one we're doing a giveaway for. As I said, it's a Tom Ford. That means $signs. But before that, codes. Because you can use these codes to kill the $signs. Save more money, don't spend as much. JOMASHOP codes have changed, be aware of that. They only work within the JOMASHOP app. And then check out all these other codes we got, baby. Use those, save some money. You shopping at Fragrance Lord of the Fragrance? Use a code. You shopping at the perfume box, getting a sick deal? Use a code. Now the deal's sicker. So sick it's in the hospital. The next scent I want to share with you, Ombre Leather by Tom Ford. It's It's sealed. So Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. This to me, one of the quintessential high-end designer leather fragrances. A lot of people are scared of wearing leather fragrances. Is it gonna be animalic? Are people not gonna like it? Is it hard to wear? Blah, blah, blah. No, it's fine. Wear it. You'll smell good. It has a faint minerality to it, a really nice floral aspect to the scent as well that just elevates this whole thing. Smooth, a little bit sweet, perfect for fall and winter time, great evening scent. Ombre leather, can't go wrong, but it is pricey. Let's keep it classy, guys. Reserve Privé, Gentleman. It's in the name, gentleman, so you already know it's sophisticated. This is just one of those fragrances, every time I spray it, I smell it, I come back to it. It is iris forward, and that's no problem for me. I love iris, but a lot of people out there are a little iffy on it. I would say though, you need to know how that creamy iris comes across. The Dior Homme Intenses of the world, Valentino Uomo Intense, Gentleman. So you need to get your nose, your honker on that iris. And this one right here just kind of ramps it up for you. Gives you a nice boozy aspect to it. Nice woodiness. Even has kind of a nutty feel to it as well. So you put all that together and it just gives you a scent profile that smells amazing. One of the best iris fragrances out there, period. So if you need to know iris, which you do, then you need to know Reserve Privé and also Dior Homme Intense. Guys, can we go fresh again? Okay, cool. Terre Eau Givree. Now, I gotta be honest here. I went originally with just the original Terre. I was like, well, you gotta know Terre. But it didn't fit in as well because most of these are newer releases. So I was like, well, we'll go with the citrusy, easier to wear Eau Givree. It's got citron off the top. Now, the way the citrus hits in this one is a little bit rindy. Not hardcore, there are way more rindy, sour citrus fragrances out there, but this one is gonna give you a little bit of that citrus, bitter, rindiness off the top. Again, not hardcore, but there's a touch of it, and it's gonna meld together with the fresher, sweeter, brighter, zestier aspects of citrus as well, which to me is really interesting because it's giving you kind of a bit of each. It's like Sour Patch Kids, sour than sweet. Then as it dries down, it has a stripped down woody aspect. I say that because the original Terre that has more of a minerality to it, more of a flintiness, and it has more of an earthiness to the woods. And that can turn a lot of people away. They'll smell that and be like, ugh, I don't want to smell like that. This one cleans a bunch of that up. So with Terre Eau Givree, you get a very modern smelling citrus woody fragrance that still harkens back to the OG, which is a scent you need to know. What else do you need to know? Well, of course, Le Male Parfum. You gotta know that. Once again, an iris fragrance has crept into the fold, but the iris here is not as prominent as in the Gentleman. This one is an evolution of the original fragrance. So it has a lot of things that kind of call back to that one. Lavender and mint, for example. But then what this does is, as you can tell just by the look of the bottle, takes it a darker path, a darker direction. It still has some of that powdery freshness off the top, good little dose of sweetness in there as well, nice vanilla. But then it has a deeper overall scent structure, made for an evening out, made to be classier. The iris obviously helps with that, a little powdery with that as well. It's a perfect fragrance to wear in more dressy situations, evenings in fall and winter time or early spring, and is one that just jettisoned the entire Le Male fragrance lineup back into the stratosphere. It really did. Because the original has always been popular ever since it came out, right? People know about that one. It's a classic at this point. But Jean Paul Gaultier was kind of becoming known for having for the most part, flankers that were a little bit throwaway-ish. Not that they smelled bad, because a lot of them were actually really good, but outside a couple of big hits like Ultramall, for example, or for a small moment in time, Eau Fraiche, they were putting stuff out that a lot of people maybe enjoyed, but they didn't stick around. It was just like, here it is this year, buy it for a couple months, it's gone now, okay, whatever, on to the next. When this came out, it was just like, whoop, right back into everybody's minds. And then after this, Le Male Elixir, which was also huge. Last fragrance, the Most Wanted, Parfum. Azzaro hit gold with the Most Wanted. Because you think back to when Wanted came out, a lot of people were like, Wanted, it smells kind of like Invictus, it's okay. Whatever. Then you had Wanted by Night, which is kind of like a cult fragrance. Some people love it. I really, really like it, but did it sell in a big way? No, not really. Wanted Tonic after that, ugh, rough. But then, ooh, the Most Wanted. That change their fortunes in a big way. And this one right here, one of the best. Really nice woodiness to it, vanilla in there, ginger, bit of a fruity sweetness off the top as well. Technically, it only has 3 notes, but whatever. You guys know how that is. 3 notes, woo. And this is one of the more popular fragrances that has that, you know, that sort of vanilla base to it that we talked about a little bit earlier. So stuff like this, Stronger With You, some of the Scandal fragrances, you know, they don't smell the same, but you would wear them at the same time. They're kind of like competing with each other. So it's something you definitely need to know about this one. One of the more heralded evening out fragrances nowadays. Giveaway time, Ombre Leather. This is the Eau de Parfum, obviously, and it is a 100 ml bottle. If you want to be entered in the giveaway, you know the drill. Like the video, leave me a comment. In the comment, let me know what is, in your opinion, a must-know fragrance. Like if you're introducing a friend or something into fragrances and you were like, oh, you gotta know this one, what would that one be? I'll pick a winner with random comment picker, post it up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. It'll be with a bunch of other winners, like a bunch. And if you are the winner, hit me up, I'll ship it out to you. All right, guys, that will do it for me. I wanna thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.